What up? This is Robert Horry.
Horry, three-pointer. Buries it.
You might know me as Big Shot Bob.
To Horry for three. Oh, unbelievable. This guy is off the charts.
What's going on, Big Shot Bob?
Robert Horry from downtown.
I know what's going on. It's Friday. Friday, and it's the only shoot-around Robert Horry likes.
Exactly.
Episode 119 of the Big Shot Bob Shoot Around. This is, if you ever have a question for us or something we left off the other show, usually the shows drop Tuesday and Friday depending upon the weirdness of our schedules. But if you ever have a question for us, just send it our way, man. We're happy to mention you, give you a little shout out here on the Shoot Around, and get it in there for you. Hey now, pause. The Ja Morant trade market is the first thing on the sheet this week. A bunch of people said to me, where are you guys on the Ja Morant stuff? Obviously, the Grizzlies have been very openly saying, "Hey, we're happy to trade Ja Morant. I want Ja Morant." I did find this quote from Tim McMahon from the Hoop Collective, who said, "I'm going to quote an Eastern executive: the combination of pain in the ass, injury prone, not that good anymore, and big contract is a bad one." Not that good anymore. That feels kind of
No, that's a lie.
Yeah, that feels a little hard. But yeah, so I guess the question is there a team that would give him a run? Probably there's a team that needs him. The top people on the list before you answer that were in the contention here, and I don't know how any of these realistic are the Kings, the Bucks, the Heat, the Raptors, and the Timberwolves, which I do not see that one necessarily coming together. But those were the five teams mentioned in conversation.
Maybe the Bucks.
Yeah. My whole thing is we talked about the trade, and trade's value was dropping. Ja's value has dropped even further than trade.
Way more.
Yeah.
Because there's a rumor out that he even told the coach to pause something. So
I've seen that too. That's something that he's basically told him flat out, "I'm not playing for you anymore."
Yeah, and for me, nobody wants that. It's not a coach that wants that. And so you have to go down the list of teams that are just god-awful and says, okay, how's our attendance? Can Ja bring attendance in? Because right now, that's all you can use him for, is to bring in attendance, because teams that are winning the championship aren't bringing him in. And I think, for me, that's what you have to look at. You would think, okay, he'd be great in Memphis, but that's where he is. He done won his welcome there. So where else could he go? Out of all those teams you mentioned, can Pat Riley sit him down and bring him back into the fold? Like, yo, you're not bigger than basketball. It says you need to, reinvent yourself, go out and play team game, and be at a place where you can be mentally happy, physically making everybody around you happy, and not have these off-court things, and, try to play the game that you love. And I don't think there's not a team out there that would take that chance on him,
Yeah. I mean, he has to go somewhere where there is, leadership in place, and a level of structure in place, because even though he can really still play and he's a dynamic talent, I don't want to say the days of him being the face of a franchise are over, but now you're going to be teams are looking at him to come in and be another piece that you add on. Whereas in Memphis, he is the guy that they were trying to build around. Now, you go to Milwaukee, well, that's Giannis' team. So you be a Robin to his Batman. And so now you're being looked at as a complementary piece to add on and see if teams can get over the top. So you need to go somewhere with a level of structure and a level of leadership. And so Miami is always there because of what they have, maybe even Milwaukee, but I think that's where he needs to be.
Yeah. You know why I kind of liked your idea, Rob, about Miami? It's not the same, but it feels the same. This has vibes to me of a Jimmy Butler. You know what I mean? Where, Jimmy soured on almost every team he was on until he got to Miami. And that's where he kind of figured out, okay, I need to be able to play nice. I need to be able to let guys work with me. I need to be able to let coaching make me better, improve me as a player. And Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra seem to crack the code a little bit on him. and get him back to where he was like a key piece. Now, I think wherever you end up putting Ja Morant, if obviously he's not going to stay in Memphis, I don't think that's just not, it's not a solution. Wherever he ends up going, I guess the question is, can he be re-energized by the fact that he's got a fresh start? And I think that's probably what a team needs to look at, right? Is to go, well, we know how good you are, so will a new system, to harp to your point, will a system and leadership that's in place already help you revitalize your game and learn to be a good teammate again and learn to play alongside guys that are going to elevate you? Because right now, what he's doing for himself in Memphis is just like you said, Rob, murdering his trade value.
Yeah.
Murdering it. But we know how good he is. So it's like, all right, well, if the right situation presents itself, could he have that reinvigoration of his career?
My question to you guys is, what is his trade value? Is his trade value another superstar or pieces?
Probably
because
pieces.
I don't think he's going to get picks. Yeah.
Well, you may not have a choice with picks. You may have to build a package that has pieces and some picks in order to, because I have to look. I don't know what his contract is off the top of my head, but I can't imagine it's amenable for a trade. You know what I mean?
I'll have to look it up. Let me see.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I think to your point, Rob, it's not going to be for a superstar. I don't think anybody moves one of their more coveted pieces for Ja Morant. I just don't. It was kind of like where we were with Trey. It's the same thing. I don't think anybody was going to move a coveted piece for Trae Young. It was going to be like, okay, we can give you this, this, and this, and you're either going to be good with it or you're not, and you're going to be stuck with that guy.
Well, he's in the midst of a 5-year, $197 million max extension, which he signed in 2022, and it runs through 27-28.
Okay. So he's got 2 more years on that. So, yeah, so you're going to have to match that somehow. So it's going to have to be probably pieces and picks. Realistically, if you decide to trade him. I feel like that's what's going to happen.
Are you a team struggling? Let's say, like, I know the Pelicans, they probably don't have, everybody keep talking about those 2 pieces down that they could trade. Do you send them to the Pelicans and then the Pelicans send something to, because those 2 guys down there, Murphy and Herb, are highly wanted by a lot of teams. Do you do something like a 3-team trade and send him? Because
you could do something
him
like
and
that.
Zion have a relationship, right?
I mean,
some type of relationship. Don't they didn't they play together somewhere in an AAU team or something?
They may have met in the AAU circuit. Yeah, sure.
So it'd be really interesting. You get those 2, together. But do you trade? If I'm Memphis, though, I'm shitting his ass to the East, though. I'm not going to send him to the West, just in case he does get his swagger back.
Yeah.
I don't want to see him that many times.
No, I'm good. Question from Steven. I had to go pull this audio. This is wild to me. Yo, did y'all hear Boogie talking about Rick Carlisle sending him selfies to try and recruit him to Dallas? Wild, bro. Rob, any weird stories about interactions you've had with coaches? A grown man ever sent you a selfie?
Hell no.
I've never gotten a selfie from another guy. I've never happened. Never happened. Shit, I don't get selfies from my wife. What are you talking about?
Well, hell, Rob played in the era where you could almost barely send pictures via phone. So, I mean...
Well, that is true.
Rob was getting Polaroids in the mail. That's about as close as you got, man.
Coach emailed him some pictures.
Yeah. It took an hour to get it with his dial-up internet. Yeah. Let me play you the Boogie clip first, and you're gonna hear both Michelle and Lou Will jump in here.
I don't know Carlisle that well, but we have had our experiences. It was a period in time where Carlisle was really trying to push to get me to the Mavericks, and to speak on those quirky ways. Rick Carlisle would send me weird selfies and stuff, and just say, I'm thinking about you, and I really want to, coach you and things of that nature. So it was a little weird. I don't know Carlisle.
No. We don't just go through that one. What kind of selfies? What was the background? What was the vibe? What's going on?
It was basically, I don't know what his vibe was.
Because I be sending people selfies. There's a message.
Hey, like I said, I'm speaking on what Lou said when it came to
I ain't never sent my kids a selfie. Anybody got a selfie out of me, I like them.
Lou Will at the end there. Yeah, I've never gotten a selfie from another grown person.
He just said he don't send his kids selfie. He get a selfie out of me, you gotta like him. That sounds like he don't like his kids.
Lou. I will get selfies from my son at times, but he's holding my granddaughter. So I'll get like one of him, like, and she's sleeping on his shoulder or something. That's the most I've gotten in the way of selfies. Occasionally, my daughter will send me one if she's got like a cool outfit or something she wants to show me. That's it. That's pretty much it.
The last time I sent a selfie involved someone on this show. But I wasn't alone in the selfie, so does that count?
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
The focus
Was I
wasn't
not
you.
involved in this? I don't remember this at all.
Nah.
I was at a Laker game, and Taylor Rooks walked by, and I took a selfie of me and her, and I sent it to Hart. That's the last time I've taken a selfie and sent it to someone.
I ain't even. It was so crazy. I ain't even see Rob in the picture.
I didn't know he was there.
I said, wait a minute. It's this beautiful woman and this strange man in this picture.
She took a picture with an usher.
Photobomb this woman.
One of the
ushers was kind enough to take a picture with this lady. How nice. Yeah. Oh, goodness. Yeah, no, never had that happen.
Man.
Never had that happen, Boogie. Never had it happen. Question from Casey. The Hornets beat the Jazz by 55 points the other night.
They did.
They did. Rob, what's the biggest blowout you've ever been a part of, either on the winning side or the losing side?
I think
I don't know if you really keep track of that stuff, but
I don't keep track. But I can think when we were playing the Dallas Mavericks and we set a record with I think they only scored like 4 points or something in the quarter, the lowest number of points ever scored in a quarter.
Oh,
we were playing the Dallas Mavericks and we beat the brakes off of them.
Poor bastards.
So yeah. That's the only thing I can remember. Other than that, like most of the blowouts by this time you forget because you're on the sideline chilling, icing up, trying to figure out what place you're going to eat at or maybe what club you're going to go to. So you don't remember those. You're just trying to get the hell up out of there.
Have you ever had a team, Harp, this is for you too, have you ever had a team that you rooted for that just got blown out of the building? Because I think about all those people who paid that money to come to Atlanta to watch Oregon, Indiana. And all those Oregon Ducks fans that paid whatever they paid to get here, the 12 of them that were in attendance, they had to sit there and watch that.
Yeah, I watched. It's a couple of instances. I was in the building for that Peach Bowl game in 2019 where that legendary LSU team beat the hell out of Jalen Hurts of Oklahoma.
Was that the Joe Burrow?
Yep, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase.
They scored like 60-something points or so. Oh, that was a horrible game.
Also, in 2008 NBA Finals, I watched Kevin Garnett and the Celtics beat the Lakers like a drum in that elimination game. The one where KD fell on the ground and banked the shot in, and it was an and one. I think the Lakers lost somewhere near about 30 points. Yeah, I'm sitting there like, turn TV off. If this is how it's going to be, turn TV off. I'm going to turn TV off. Yeah, I witnessed that.
I remember being in the building here at Truist Park, which was still SunTrust Park at the time.
Yeah.
When the Braves were in the division series against the Cardinals. And they were on the verge. It was a tied 2-2. It was Game 5 here in Atlanta, advanced to the NLCS, and they were down 10-0 in the first inning.
Yep.
And I went home. I went home. And by the time I got home, it was like 13-1. And I was like, what just happened?
Yep.
Yeah. So
I remember that.
I almost attended one just happened a couple of weeks ago, right down the street from me. Well, Indiana was playing Alabama.
Oh Lord! Thank God you weren't there. That would have demoralized any school spirit you have left, man.
Hey,
that would have been it.
First of all, it was raining. And they got beat like that. I've been really pissed. I come home soaking wet, and they got drum like that.
Embarrassed.
I'm like, no. So
just embarrassed.
I was this close to going to the game.
Thank goodness you didn't go to that game.
I sit at home. It's raining.
Thank God you didn't go to that game. Let me close with this one. Would Golden State trade Draymond Green? It's a question that popped up a bunch this week from a bunch of different people. Draymond's past few weeks have included multiple flashpoints. We've had problems. Heated exchange with Steve Kerr. Green got sent to the locker room early. Days later, he was ejected from a game against the Jazz after berating an official. That was his 24th ejection of his career, second in an 8-game span. But he is in the second year of a $100 million contract. So I don't know if I ever see a scenario where they decide to move on from Draymond Green. But I feel like the relationship he has with Steve Kerr, maybe more so than any current player coach, has been tested really hard the last few years. Like him and Steve have had, they've had to go to counseling kind of like relationship. You know what I mean? Like that marriage has been on the rocks for a minute. But I don't know if that means that Golden State ever decides to trade him. I feel like he might have earned enough goodwill over the years to be like, we're going to ride it out to the end of your deal, and then maybe we'll move on at that point.
And I don't think I don't think it's so much of the fact that they won't do it as much as probably they can't. You have a guy his age, and I think it was you said the second year. I think it was a 4-year, $100 million.
4-year, $100 million deal. He's making about $25.8 a season.
I don't know too much. That's not that much, but
it really isn't.
For the age and the hassle that he brings, I don't know if a team. I think he just fits with Golden State.
Oh, Rob's got an idea.
It's just one team that would take him. It's just one team that he will kind of
the Lakers.
That's it. That's the only team, the Lakers, because of his love for
LeBron.
Oh,
and the respect he has. I think that he has for the Laker organization and the brand. That I think he gonna be himself. But that
ain't money the Lakers can spend right now, though.
But no, I'm thinking. But it's not a lot of money when you really think about it.
It isn't, but you have to.
So
then what do you do? You move like Dalton Connect and a handful of pieces to try and make that work?
Dalton Connect and Rui Hachimura. Like you get rid of Rui. Like, all right, Rui, you get rid of Vando. You get rid of something. Think about it. If they were willing to part with Draymond, which I don't think they are, you will have to get someone that would bring some defensive presence, because without Draymond, their defense goes from a top team to the bottom.
Yeah.
So they're going to have to bring, and I'm not saying Rui is a defensive guy, but I'm just saying you would have to bring someone on you have to get rid of Jackson Hayes. You have to get rid of DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah.
One of those guys that brings a little bit of defense to the team.
Okay. But I don't
get me wrong now. I think it'd be great. Sorry to interrupt you. That if the Lakers traded DeAndre Ayton for Draymond, it'd be better for both teams. I think it'd work out so much better for both teams. Even though I love DeAndre Ayton with the Lakers, I just think that, since the Lakers don't use him properly for me, they don't go to him offensively enough, and that wouldn't matter with Draymond. So
it's pretty interesting. I never really put that together, but you got a pretty damn compelling argument for that now. Mm-hmm. Like, you've kind of sold me on that. Maybe that's probably the only situation that works for them. But I guess that's the question is, would Golden State even consider it? And I think if you continue to test that relationship between him and Steve, that you may hit a point where Steve might just hit a point where he goes in the office and just goes, look, man, I can't anymore. Yeah. Can we just move this? I know we gave him the deal. I know he's a warrior for life. He'll, I don't know if he gets a statue, but I mean, he's one of the all-times. He was part of the team, the core team that was the dynasty. We're done. But I don't know if he hits that point.
How crazy would you have Marcus Smart, Vando, and Draymond all on the court at the same time? That is some nastiness on the court right there, boy. They gonna start some fights. It's gonna be lovely. But yeah,
Dylan Brooks ain't never gonna play that team again. Ever. He's gonna opt out. He's gonna load manage every game.
LeBron got protectors all around now.
Yeah, come and get me. Come and get me.
But if I'm Golden State, I'm gonna go. I would look out and be like, yo, Lakers, you want Draymond? You give us DeAndre Ayton and Vando or Rui, you can have it.
That's not, honestly, I'm going to tell you something. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
That really isn't. That and I read a lot of the conjecture of if they move him, where could they move him? And that didn't come up in anything. And that might be the best idea of any of them I've seen. Yeah. So you have a compelling argument. You should work for the Lakers. Oh, wait.
I work for the station that covers the Lakers.
Oh, yeah. Close enough. Close enough. You got Jeannie's number. It's close enough.
I got Rob's too. I'm going to say Rob.
Oh, yeah. That's right. You text Rob. Be like, yo, man.